Hello guys, Crispy here and welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, we are gonna be celebrating 420, very nice, 1,000 subscribers here in the channel. Thank you so much everybody for subscribing and liking and watching the videos and everything. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a setup tour right here, a little bit differently from the previous one. Things have changed quite a bit around, as you can probably tell. So let's get to it, shall we? So, starting off with the chair. This is a very recent addition to the channel, guys. I got it a couple of weeks ago. Actually, Out of Full sent this chair over for this video specifically, and it's the C3 gaming chair graffiti design. It looks kind of unique, doesn't it? I really like the colors on it. I wish this little border wasn't pink or purple or whatever, because it doesn't go very well with the green lights when I'm testing Nvidia GPUs. So I tend to use more purple-ish lights whenever I'm testing everything these days. But yeah, overall it looks really nice in my opinion. It has a leg rest. It also has a little pillow that I removed because I feel more comfortable without it. It's height adjustable, obviously. It can do this! And the armrests are super adjustable as well. It's also very easy to put together with their instructions, and on top of everything else, it is very, very comfortable. Now, on to the desk. This is exactly the same desk as I used in my previous 300,000 subscribers video. It's the FlexiSpot EN1 standing desk. It has a little bit of an elevator right here. It's still flawless to this day, although I am not using it very often because of all of the cables that I have coming from a PC back there, all the way to the monitors and the TV. Now, eventually I will probably replace this. As much as I love this desk, I don't feel like it has the width that I need. I'd love to build like a test bench on the side, and it just doesn't have space for that and all of the monitors that we have here. We'll get to them, by the way. First, let's talk about the microphone. This is a Shure MV7 and it's attached to the desk via an Amazon boom arm, which is the cheapest that I could find. I have it connected via USB to my recording PC, and it has something very good. It's that when I scream, it automatically adjusts the sound waves or whatever, and it doesn't make it clip. So it's very important to me because of Bob, right? And Roach. Now, what's new in this recording setup is the headphones. I used to have the Sony WH-1000XM3s and I thought those had amazing sound, but then Meze Audio sent the 99 Classics and these are just a beast, guys. Like, I discovered new tones in my voice that I didn't know were there, or I didn't know that the microphone was picking up. So yeah, the audio quality is just awesome. I'm not an audiophile or anything, you know, I don't really understand much about headphones and stuff, and usually I'll get by with pretty much anything. But man, after I heard these in games as well, it's not only my voice, you know, and in music, it's just changed the audio experience for me. And no, they're not really meant for gaming, obviously. They're actually utilized by some musicians around the world, which is interesting, but I still don't feel at a disadvantage while gaming itself. The headphones also only come with a headphone jack connection, so no USB, no Bluetooth. That's a bit of a shame for some people, probably, but you know, it's okay for what I do. They're also lightweight and super comfortable, actually more comfortable than my previous ones, so that's pretty impressive, and I can definitely recommend them. If you want to check them out, there's a link down below in the description. Moving on to the mousepad. It's the Sharkoon Skiller, same as I had like 2 years ago. I think I bought this like 7 years ago or something like that for $6 or $9. Oh, nice. 6 or 9. And I'm surprised by how well it held up, actually. Talking about that mouse though, it's still the Razer Viper Ultimate. It's been super trustworthy, this mouse, aside from when the battery dies because the dock decided not to charge it. Yeah, never mind, trustworthy. It's more comfortable than ever after all of these years of using it, because now it actually has the shape of my hand built into it. Look at that. Yeah, it is very, very worn. Moving on to the keyboard, this was sent by Marvo DIY. It's the redefined 68 model. I don't think they make this anymore, but I really love this keyboard. It's super compact. I actually bought some glorious brown switches for it, which were the cheapest I could find. They sound amazing. The keycaps look great with this Wizard of Oz theme that they got going on right here. Yeah, I really like this keyboard. It's backlit as well. It has Wi-Fi with a USB receiver, but it doesn't work well at all. It just loses signal every once in a while. Now, to the stars of the show. Maybe that's the PCs, but to the second stars of the show, the things that I look at every single day, my monitors. On the left, I have an LG 24-inch 1440p 75Hz monitor, which I use as a second monitor when I'm playing games with friends and stuff like that, to have like Discord open, the YouTube video, some polls. And I love the fact that the width of it is exactly the height of my main monitor. And as a main monitor, I am using a huge LG TV. This is the LG C2 OLED 42 inches 4K 120Hz monitor, and I just absolutely love this thing to death. It's one of the best purchases that I have made in recent years, and it just changes the way you play some games. If you can handle 4K, especially at 120Hz, it has some beautiful colors, some smooth motion, zero input lag because of OLED. It's awesome. I really recommend it if you have the budget for one and if you can push 4K gaming. Again, I sit at about an arm's length away from it every single time, and the PPI of 107 is perfect. It's the same PPI as a 27-inch 1440p monitor, so pixel density wise it's really good, especially at this distance. One thing that I was really scared about is the OLED panel burn-in, because as you know, in all of my videos I have that on-screen display enabled on the top left, but so far it has zero burn-in, and I've been using it for about like 8 months, so it's alright. I've also been using it with 69 OLED brightness, by the way. Moving on to the monitor on the right now, this is the LG 25-inch ultra-wide monitor. It is 2560 by 1080, and on the top I always have my capture card recording the games. On the middle I have Audacity recording my microphone, so everything works really great with this form factor. I will probably end up upgrading it to the same monitor as my left one, so things are symmetrical. Now going back to the left of the desk, we got just a little bit of a wireless charger and my phone. Previously, when I had 300,000 subscribers, I had the Pixel 5, but that has been getting slower, and the battery life was not great on Android 12 or 13 or whatever it was. So I ended up upgrading to the S21 Ultra from Samsung. I found a really good deal on it on the used market, 400 bucks, and I just couldn't resist. On top of the monitors, by the way, sits my camera. You guys see everything that happens in these videos through this camera right here. It's the M6 Mark II from Canon with the 22mm f2 lens. Back to the right of the desk, we got just a little Logitech mouse. It cost like $5. It's the M190. It does the job, it's just to control the recording PC. And I also have this little keyboard right here. It's small and compact, which I really like as well. Now, still on the desk, on the far right, we got this laptop stand where my Ryzen 9 5900HX with RTX 3070 laptop sits for most of its life without ever being turned on. Maybe like once per month or so. Now down from here we have the recording PC that we've been talking about. This is still exactly the same recording PC, I just added a 10 terabyte hard drive to it, and it is using a Ryzen 7 1700, 8GB of RAM in dual channel, a DDR4 2133 MHz. I'm just going for stability here, you know. And the GTX 1650 Super, which I definitely need to get out of this PC and start testing some games on. We also got the Elgato capture card below it. It's the 4K 60 Pro Mark II. And I hate capture cards, but it's a necessary evil, basically. They always have some little problems. Every single week I have like a video that doesn't record or is stuttery or whatever. But it's the same with all of the capture cards that I have tested. It's not an Elgato thing. Moving to the right, we got this spotlight, which is exactly the same as the other one on the other side of the desk. It's the on bar, one more bar. Yes, by its side sits the portable AC that I have here from Comfy. It doesn't do that great of a job, honestly, but it refreshes the room slightly. Now, moving to this second desk right here, we got a G29 racing wheel that I bought to use once. Yep, the desk itself is based on 3 IKEA tabletops with some legs on the sides, as well as Alex drawers on the middle. And now the big monitor that you see right here is the InnoCN 40C1R. I have a full review on it in the channel. It's an IPS 3440 by 1440 monitor. Finally, we arrived at the PCs. This one is the i5 13600K overclocked build that I have with the Deepcool case, Deepcool cooler there, which looks really awesome with that RGB RAM as well, 32GB of DDR5, and the RTX 4080. Usually I use this to test like the higher end GPUs, 4080, 3080 Ti sometimes, 4070, 4070 Ti's and stuff. Next we have the Ryzen 7 5800X 3D system, super nice chip right here. On top of it is the Noctua NH U14S, and it does a great job of cooling that beast down. We got 32GB of DDR4, and right now we have the RTX 4060 Ti installed, which is the last GPU that I tested with this system. Over here we got a ton of mini PCs. I will put their specs and names on the video right now so you guys can see. I usually have some motherboards right here. You know what? I'm gonna grab them. So these are all of the motherboards that we have right here. I recently bought a ton of them so we can put together some older systems and test out some more CPUs here in the channel. Stay tuned in because that will happen very soon. We also got the RGB lights up there, which look absolutely terrible. I definitely need to swap them for new ones because it's starting to feel like Christmas and not in a good way. And what else do we have right here? Well, it's just a bed, and I don't really sleep on this bed. It's usually to store graphics cards on top of, but yeah, I cleaned it up for you guys here today. All right. And that's been it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again for 420k. Let me know if you're interested in seeing something like a GPU collection video. I can also make that happen. And as always, see you soon. Love you all. Bye bye.